At a recent conference co-sponsored by the Faculty of Education at the U of L, university professors and teachers met to discuss an important area of education, the assessment and teaching of writing. Many teachers say the best kind of professional development is when they get together with other teachers to share ideas and talk about education. That was the case during a conference held recently at the University of Lethbridge. It was called Alberta Writes. It attracted English teachers and writing instructors from high school, junior high, college, and university levels.
Today I came here to learn about how I can help my students develop the writing skills that they need in order to advance into high school and to become better writers and have those fundamental skills that they will need in order to be successful at that level.
Teachers heard from experts about the value of writing and writing assessment. And they discussed ways to nurture and improve writing skills in students of all ages. U of L Professor David Slump specializes in writing assessment. He says developing good writing habits in students is crucial to their long-term well-being.
I mean, it's critically important. We've seen studies that have tracked people who had the same GPAs, for example, different levels of writing ability, going out into the workforce and following them and seeing 5 years after where they were, for example. And they found that the stronger writers were in higher positions within their companies and were often making substantially more money than weaker writers. So I mean, from an economic perspective, it's very important.
One of the teachers in attendance was Carrie Netzel. She teaches grade 10, 11, and 12 English language arts at Kate Andrews High School in Coaldale.
We're going to listen to a song, and then I'm going to ask you in your free write to connect it to yourself and to the literature that we're studying right now. Okay?
Carrie says writing is a big part of a student's everyday life. In addition to school essays and reports, students are texting, emailing, and blogging all the time. As communication becomes less verbal, the ability to write becomes more important.
Because we talked about how, rather than making a phone call, people will take to texting or take to Facebook or, Twitter or whatever. And, there's more people seeing what they're writing. So it's increasingly important that it makes sense. So what I want you to do right now is to share your writing with someone next to you, okay, or someone close by.
When dating, many couples idolize each other. This is particularly dangerous because they get close and base so much on the other's perfection. I think that I'll write probably my whole life. I really enjoy it, and I think it's really necessary in our culture because you need to, write to communicate with people and things like that.
The Alberta Writes conference encouraged discussion on ways of improving overall quality of student writing. Most agreed it must be a shared responsibility by teachers in all subject areas across the curriculum.
I think oftentimes writing is seen as the domain of the language arts teacher and not the science teacher or the social studies teacher. But an important part of the conversation today is to recognize that we all have responsibility for teaching writing in the context in which we're working.